This week, two guests join us for this episode. Jaxon was too lazy to edit, and Dylan can barely keep himself together. From lightsabers to nightmares, this is Dumb Individually.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dumb Individually. This week, we have two guest stars featuring Castor.
Hello.
And Peyton.
I am Peyton.
Yes, and that is time for small talk. Since it's been a week since our last recording, how have your lives been? I mean, we just came back from food, so
we're all a little worked up.
Yep. Yeah,
we
I
had
got
some
tots.
Yeah, you got the tater tots.
Yes. Taco Time do have good tater tots.
Yes, they do.
Taco Time have good food.
They have crap food.
The way they season it is perfect.
Trust me with your filthy ass, boy.
Just the sesame salt, I love it. It's not too much.
Absolutely.
The 5 alarm is good heat wise, but the flavor isn't as good as the mild.
As is with most spicy foods.
Yeah, because once you go too hot, you sacrifice flavor for heat.
Yeah.
Anywho, dang it, I said it again.
Oops, I said it. Oh, that's
continuing with the first topic, small talk. What's been happening in your guys' lives recently? Like, is there anything that you've done in the past week that was just kind of enjoyable?
I went to a therapist's office contemplating about suicide.
That's okay.
Try to one up that.
Last year, near the end of 7th grade, I was pretty positive. Didn't get mad very often. I knew how to keep my calm and just not be mad at things in my head or out loud. Until 3 days into the new school year.
Oh dear, what happened?
Stupid people. They are the worst.
I thought you were going to say until we talked about if a hot dog is a sandwich or not.
Well, that got me worked up until the point, my breaking point. Stupid people. I had to help this kid in class today. I'm not going to say his name.
Don't say his name. Be controversial.
No, don't say his name.
Okay, we will not say his name.
But I'm not saying I hate him or that he's stupid. Well, I am saying that, but I don't want to say that. But we were doing a test on how computers work, and the question was simple. It was, what is the brain of a computer? And it gave 4 options.
Okay.
The hard drive, the software, the CPU, or something else like
motherboard?
Or motherboard.
That'd be the motherboard.
Obviously, it's the motherboard.
The brains, it's the CPU, the central processing unit.
Okay, fine, but why is it called the motherboard if it's not the main processing unit?
Because that's what houses all the stuff. The helps make it all work.
Yeah, the CPU is more like the brain.
What should we call the house?
Motherboard's more like I wouldn't say heart.
So how would you describe he said, which one is it? And I said, how would you describe a human brain? Does it process things? Is it the main processor, main central? Do those connect in your head?
Maybe he doesn't know what CPU means.
Well, that's why it said central processing unit, and then in parentheses CPU.
Oh,
yeah. So I said, does central and main have anything to do with each other? Do those connect in your brain? And he just gave me this weird look and said, so what's the answer?
What was his answer? What was his
answer?
I gave him the answer.
What was he thinking?
His answer was hardware.
Oh!
Well, the actual physical stuff, not like the brain of the computer.
His answer was hardware.
My God!
So he thought it was the bones. That's like the bones.
Mm-hmm.
That is the bones of the computer. What is this guy thinking?
I think the the electrical system. I think that's like the veins.
Yeah, or the nerve system.
Yeah, the nervous system.
Because that is an electrical system through our body.
Yeah.
So
it's quite literally a nervous system.
Yes, but I said central processing. It's part of no.
It is part.
It's part of the computer that centrally processes information.
Oh my goodness!
Would that be a brain? Does it centrally process?
Okay. Moving on.
Just
sit
down. I had to tell the answer.
Calm down.
I probably need a therapist too.
I do know some good therapists.
What about you, Castor? Anything fun happen?
No, I haven't been doing much recently.
He hates stupid people.
I do hate stupid people.
Does anyone really like stupid people?
I mean, they choose not to use their brain. That is the stupidest thing. That's dumber than a plant. And plants don't even think.
Okay, please calm down.
And I'm not saying this is
We're in
I'm
small
saying
talk.
stupid
Dylan,
people.
We are in
exist.
small talk.
Dylan.
I'm gonna have bruises
No,
on my
listen,
knees.
we are doing small talk. We shouldn't be laughing this hard. Yeah. Hold on.
Bruises on my knees.
What about you, Castor? Have you done anything recently?
No, not much. Ever since the school year started, just go to school, come home, and that's that.
We had a lightsaber fight just barely.
It was
we
so
did.
awesome.
Okay, so let me explain what happened. There was a bunch of like, we were just like walking over here so that we could record our episode, and then I was carrying the lightsabers with me because why not? They're cool. It's like dark. They're awesome. Don't judge me. They're cool.
Don't judge.
And then at first we saw like a couple kids outside, and one of us got the idea
to execute Order 66.
quote unquote execute Order 66 and scare the crap out of these kids. We weren't actually running towards them. We were walking to Dylan's house, but we were spinning red lightsabers.
And these kids were terrified.
Yes, they were. But like we weren't like intending to like go towards them. We were walking to his house.
Mm-hmm.
We're walking here to record, but they were like just like there, and they were just like terrified because there's three of us with a red lightsaber, and then.
And they actually glow. They're not
they
any
glow.
of those.
They're not like the cheap
telescope
classic
ones?
ones.
From
They're
Walmart.
not telescopic
Yeah, well,
ones.
They're not those cheap ones from Walmart.
Yeah,
You
Jaxon.
get like
and-
$1.
They're not
invest good money. Speaking of which, I have a few coming in
Yes.
that I got on a deal.
He did purchase some lightsabers.
Yes, I did, and they came in on sale.
And
So
they're not bad
so-
lightsabers.
they're not bad at all.
He got a super expensive one for about 5 cents.
Yeah,
was
for
it?
5 cents because I had enough credit in the app I was getting it, and it was on sale for 50% off. That each combined, and I had a $15 off coupon, so it ended up being 5 cents in the end.
Yes.
And it was just awesome. And it's
Mhm.
usually like $100, and I paid a nickel, and
Oh.
I'm proud of that.
And another thing, the smallest of the kids, smallest or second smallest, came over.
And he
Oh,
actually
yeah.
he talked to us, and
Yeah.
he actually we
Yeah,
actually
Jaxon
let him
and
have a
Dylan
lightsaber.
were fighting, and he just took my lightsaber. I was
Mhm.
holding it, and he just.
And then the other small
He
one.
started waiting on it, but like he was fighting us. Like it was legit.
Yeah.
It was the most wholesome thing I've ever seen.
Yes,
he
it
was,
was
like
fun.
doing a mini duel with us. I
And the
believe
fun thing is, we didn't even speak the same language.
we did not.
but-
That
yeah.
was like the most so wholesome.
But
to me.
it was
we
still
didn't
so
speak
cool.
the same language yet. We had these adorable little fight, and I think that's just so nice, and it makes me realize that like movies and like culture, like pop culture, can unite a lot of people. Like we couldn't. I mean, I could vaguely understand the things he was saying, but like I couldn't understand everything at all.
Yeah, but then the little kid made his brother cry.
Yeah,
So his
but
brother came by, and
and
we
they're the
let them
same
both-
height.
They're the same height.
They're
We
both about 2 feet tall.
2 feet.
We let both of them have a lightsaber. One of them, the tip broke on mine, but that's fine because I can just super glue. I can just super glue the the lightsaber thing back in. It was
With
totally
his-
fine. No.
With his sticky glue.
Yeah, totally. But anywho, these two kids were just like fighting, and he like bonked his brother like straight in the head.
He got
top
he's
down bonk.
winding back.
He like
Like-
behind his head winding just.
What Luke was doing.
It's
to
like
Vader,
what
he's
Darth Vader.
going at
It's
it.
like what Darth Vader did to Luke in episode.
Yeah, they both did.
Episode 6, I think.
Yeah, like
Vader
he
was
like
on the
straight
floor
up
just-
swung, and it was
5.
hilarious. Like I actually got hit
It
in the
is
head
number
too.
5. Revenge of the Sith.
I can play the audio. It'll be
Oh wait,
pointless.
please tell me there's like a bonk noise.
Okay.
What a bunch.
That was adorable.
That was fun.
I'm being serious
It
when
was
I
one
say
of
they
the
were
most-
about 2 feet tall.
Yeah,
They were 2 feet.
that was so wholesome. Like that just happened,
Mhm.
and like it was just.
And I was laying on the ground, and my body, when I'm laying on the ground, is up to his knee.
And he's like still hitting you. Like he was
Yeah,
just whacking you. Like, he wanted to make sure you were dead.
Mm-hmm.
He was just bah bah. And then when I got hit, like I purposely like let him like kill me. And then he like hit me in the head as I was like, I was on my knee, and he like did the same wind up and hit me in the head. So I just had to like I'd like fly my head back as if like he cut my head in half.
Yeah,
Mhm.
what
Like,
a fun
aw.
guy.
It was really fun,
It
though.
was hilarious. But anyways,
Jackson, I have a question. Are
Oh.
we talking about any horror from video games?
Yeah,
there's gonna be a lot of
definitely.
things. So
Those are
to
some
get
of the best
to
video
yeah
games
to
ever,
get
so.
to the topic of the episode, I was
Because I'd
talking
like
to my
to request
friends.
we do not do
Wait.
that because it's in the middle of the night and I want to sleep.
Well, we're not talking about the
We'll
lore.
don't.
We're just
we
rating.
won't dive
All right,
into them. Don't worry.
we're diving into this.
Yes.
So the topic of the episode is we are rating video games. This is a video game tier list. I have a huge list of video games here. We're rating them, S being best, super, A, A, B, C, D, F. So S, A, B, C, D, F.
Yes.
That same order
Ooh.
makes pretty much sense.
Also, if you look up dumb individually
Oh, yeah. We are
on
on
Google.
Amp. We are on. Yeah, we show up on Google now.
We are
Yeah,
currently
yeah.
on Google.
Wait, you do?
Well, not yet. Yeah,
If
but
you look
we
up
have
on
this
Google.
is now on Amazon Music and iHeartRadio and on Spotify.
So tell your friends that we're on those if they don't have Spotify.
Yes.
They don't have Spotify.
Tell your friends.
Remind
tell
them,
your
yes.
family.
More-
Tell everyone you know.
Thank you. More followers equals better for us.
Yes.
And if you really need to find us and you can't really find it, Google Dumb Individually Spotify. Or just Google Dumb Individually and it'll show up on
It's right there.
iHeartRadio.
You just scroll.
He
however you
found
want.
it. It is the second result.
Yeah, it's
on,
the second
we are
result.
the second result.
Okay,
Whoa.
for me, it's iHeartRadio's first
Jaxon.
result, Amazon's second result.
If you Google it, it's one of the top results on the images. But
Yes.
anywho,
Oh,
We're
there's
not lo-
even images of it.
yeah, even it has our logo even.
Mhm.
Anywho, I'm
Facebook.
gonna try my best to stop saying that as much as possible. So
Are you on Facebook? Is it? Did you type this down?
no. Anyways,
Please no horror film video games. I want to sleep.
We
There's
won't-
a couple of them,
we
but we're not
won't- we
talking
won't
about them.
describe
We're just
how-
rating
We'll
them.
just say how
Rating
good
them.
All
they
right,
are. That's all.
first up on the
don't-
list.
Don't say their names.
You probably won't realize if they're horror or not.
First
Yeah.
up on the list is Splatoon 2.
I give that an S-.
I never played Splatoon, but I know it's really fun. I actually played it with a friend a while ago. It was very fun.
The game-
So what would you rate it in your opinion then?
Oh,
I would say C tier.
See?
See.
Have you ever played
it's
it?
one of the
No,
best shooter
no.
games.
It's one of the best shitter games.
Shooter.
My bad.
I think
I'll leave that.
the online. I think the ranked mode is much better. Turf War is really only the last 30 seconds count, but the campaign was not that great because the way it works, I don't know. There's not much you can do. But Octo expansion it's amazing. It's the best campaign out of any Nintendo game, I would say. It had a ton of fun challenges. Jackson shaking his head.
No, I'm not shaking my head at that. I'm just looking at Dylan because it sounded like he said something terrible, but he absolutely didn't. I just realized what it sounded like in my head.
I
and
just
was like,
breathed.
Octo expansion.
I just breathed, and he thought I said something terrible.
No, not that. What he said earlier. I thought he said something worse.
Yeah,
but
what
then I
they
realized-
do is that it's not go here, level. There's it's on a subway and there's different paths and you need points to do it. And the final boss is a turf war, so I thought that was kind of creative.
Oh,
and the
that,
songs.
yeah.
The songs in it, what is it?
I don't remember, but I definitely think that deserves like an S-.
It's when you're escaping. The first song, I love it.
I think
It's
that
so
definitely
good.
deserves an S-. What do you
S-,
think?
I
S-?
think.
I'm gonna go with you guys because I only played it once and not that much. So personally, maybe A-, but that's only because of. My
right.
limited
I'd be willing
experience.
to settle on an A+.
Maybe an A+, yeah.
But I'm saying your guys' experience is probably better. We should probably go with what you guys say.
Okay, well then we'll do S-.
Also, I don't know why, but this kind of reminds us of the Stranger Things cast.
Yes.
Oh, it totally
Oh,
does.
yeah.
Like you'd be what's his face? Turtle face, not because you look like a turtle.
Turtle face.
You'd be turtle face.
Who's Turtle face?
The main one that likes L. Have none of you ever
Mike.
Mike.
Oh,
You'd be toothless, not because
Dustin.
of the toothless.
Dustin.
But only because of the long hair. You'd
I
be
guess.
Will probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except I'm not
That's
gay.
weird.
I'm straight.
Well, he's not gay in the show.
He's gay.
Yeah, but not in the
okay.
show.
We're not bringing
This
up
is
this
the show.
topic right now.
Yes,
we are
we
not
should.
discussing this.
This is the show.
I thought
Remember that one scene there in the car and he's talking to Mike?
I
and
don't
he's
get
like,
that scene. Everyone says that's
Shh,
gay
shh,
from
shh,
the
shh,
scene. I don't see gay.
We're
I
done.
see friendship.
Okay, we are done. We're
For the
done.
rest of the series, I never
We
see gay.
are
but-
done.
Jackson, what you gotta do, you gotta go.
All right. Up next on the list is Minecraft.
S tier.
I mean,
minus.
it is a like.
It is.
It is a pretty classic game. It is overused, and there's too many YouTube channels about it, and all sorts of stuff. But
just playing.
as someone with ADHD, playing Minecraft is very good creatively. It gives me something to do
And
that I don't have
survival's
to
fun, too.
think about so hard, but also think about like in a good way.
It's something that you enjoy that you can just like say. It's something you can hyper focus on for a while.
And technically, Minecraft isn't a bad thing. It can be very good for you, actually.
Yes.
And
I mean, it's S material, but
I think
the
maybe-
gameplay can get very repetitive.
yes, it can.
And you have to be
I think
creative
A+
enough
for
to
that
have
one.
fun.
I think
If-
I
A+
guess
or
you
S-.
could get in a run with your friends, but
if you're not creative enough, then it's not as fun. As someone with ADHD, I'd give it an S.
Yes.
Yeah, I give it an S.
S
but
tier,
we have
S
to.
tier.
We have to.
We
like,
have to go with.
probably S.
This is personally, but we have to go based off what we think the public
I'll go with,
believes.
The public.
I think
going
S
with
is
an
fine.
A.
S.
A.
S A A. So like S minus.
And
S minus,
even
S
people who say
minus.
they hate Minecraft still like Minecraft.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. So
We have a
probably
huge list to get through,
S
so
minus or A.
so
S.
we'll either have to do a part 2 of this, or we're just gonna have to go through these a little faster. We
I
can't
vote-
just like
I-
Let's do a part 2. I want to talk
Part 2.
about these games.
Yes.
All right. Up next, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
S plus.
Oh my goodness, S plus, absolutely.
S plus. All right, that's immediately agreed upon. Breath of the Wild.
Well,
I thought
Do
we
you
were
think
doing
so,
part
Splash?
2. Why can't we
Well,
talk
I
about
think
Mario
it's
Kart
the
8?
same.
Well,
S.
we already agreed it was S.
Yes, it's S.
Breath of the Wild is up next.
Breath of the Wild.
S minus.
You starting? Yeah, you're playing it too. So.
S minus.
I just love the feeling of discovery in that one. Like when you first open up the game. That
Yeah.
feels
Doesn't
like
Link
wonder.
and Zelda have sex in
No!
that?
No!
My bad.
No.
So
But don't they?
I
No.
get what you're saying.
I'll have to cut that later.
The
Hold on, wait.
But don't they?
why do
Wait,
you
no,
have
no.
to cut that?
I'm saying go silent really quickly. There we go. I'll be able to cut that.
But don't they?
I agree with what Jackson
think
is
so.
saying. The exploration is fun, so it's really like a first gameplay, like first playthrough type of thing is the best. I'm not saying it doesn't have any replayability, but discovering all the shrines, getting your monster compendium done, and all the side quests and story is
There's
just
just-
why it's fun.
There's so much because it's like your choice. You pick how you're doing.
Yeah, and replaying it isn't bad, but it's like it's
Doing
not
master,
as
I actually
great.
liked master mode a lot. Master mode replaying was fun
I guess master mode replaying gives it more replayability
because
but
like it just feels so much.
the game's
different.
way too big to have like a good second playthrough if you want to 100% it. So it's really just like,
Yeah.
And Peyton.
I think it's like A tier. Like it's good. It's just sometimes it's a little slow, but it's alright.
it's an
alright.
S minus.
S minus.
S minus A. Very close.
Up next is Jedi Survivor.
Oh, this is an S plus. You gotta use the dark side, and there's one scene you're escaping off an Imperial planet, and like the black droids,
Is it the battle droids or is it like the Imperial droids?
no, not the super ones with the guns, but they're like
Oh,
combat droids.
is it the
and they're
Stormtrooper
huge.
ones?
Kind of, but they're actually droids. There's like
Oh,
a
like
segment,
the one in
Mando.
like Rogue One, like that kind of droid.
yeah, that one, but
Oh,
Yeah, that's
those guys.
an
But more-
Imperial.
more,
that's an Imperial
well,
battle.
not
droid.
exactly like that one, but it's like more combat ready.
Yeah, so yeah, an Imperial battle droid. Yeah.
Not really, but
I did like the. Wait, you're not done?
I'm not done.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
so
well, that's
you're
not,
chasing.
It's not the one we were playing on the Switch.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's not. Oh, my bad.
Yes.
So you're chasing after Bode. He just he stole the cube or the map to get to the other planet.
Cube.
Yeah, the cube. And you're angry about it. He's just trying to get his daughter safe, but still he's going about it all wrong. And you tap into the dark side. That's what they call it. And these droids, two alone, you struggle with in like the beginning. I guess you're more. I guess you're more upgraded in this, and then with the Force, you can if you force pull them, you crush them, like and you get a way more massive force push, and you can lightsaber throw. It's amazing.
Is
and
this
then,
the sequel game to the first?
yeah,
no.
Fallen
This
Order.
isn't the one that we don't own this one.
So
like not on my Switch. No.
Okay.
yeah, and the idea of having multiple stances with like blaster stance, dual wield, the long sword.
Adds a
is
lot
ve-
of, like,
yeah, it's very
variety.
fun and it adds replayability because
Okay.
If you couldn't tell, we're Star Wars people.
We're Star Wars
What?
fans. Deal with it.
so
You're Star Wars fan, right?
Yeah.
and the
Of course.
story
You
was
don't think I'm a Star Wars
No,
fan.
no, I know. I'm just.
You just
wondering
saw
to what
lightsabers.
degree.
Of course, he's a Star Wars fan. Continue.
Why am I not a Star Wars fan?
and the story was amazing. It's a few years after Grievous. Grievous has his own platoon. He talks about it in the last game. Marin's exploring the world, and Seer has the rebuilding the Jedi Archive.
Wait, so this is the third game?
no,
No, this is a different series
Fallen
entirely.
Order.
Different
Oh,
series.
it's a different series.
He
entirely.
told you this several times.
Okay.
You fight Darth Vader in it, but as Seer, so I
Yeah.
guess not really. And the idea of like a planet the Empire can't touch is very cool to me. And you have Bode, he's helping you get it, and he's a bounty hunter, right?
So you like it? There's both.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Okay.
Let me speak,
Let him
let me
finish. Let him
speak.
finish. Let him finish.
So yeah, and he destroys the base. He leads the Empire to it. Darth Vader's getting rid of all the Jedi archives, and you're chasing after him. And he's the bounty hunter, so he's got a jetpack and everything. And you latch onto him, and he get rid of his jetpack, trying to get the cube back. And he force pushes you, and it's revealed he's a Sith. It's awesome.
Nice.
He's not really a bad guy. He's a dad, but
So S tier.
S
Yeah.
tier. S
All
plus.
right. Up
give it
next.
S plus.
Yeah, S plus. Fine. All right. Up next is Jetpack Joyride.
A minus.
A minus. I'd say probably like a B tier. You've played it for sure. It's that one where you have the machine gun as a jetpack on your back, and you just have to like dodge. You have to collect coins and dodge all the lasers.
Let me look it up. What's
Oh
it
yeah, is it like really cartoony?
It's like an endless runner
What's
type
it
of
called?
deal.
A jetpack joyride.
Yeah, I've played that.
Jetpack Joyride.
It's
August 19th.
say B.
According to
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard of it, but I have never played
It's
it before.
fun, but
I
you
think it's a
play
B
it
tier.
because you install it, you play it for a few days, and you're done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd say B or C tier.
Yeah, B.
Yeah.
B. All right. Up next is Mario Bros. 3, like the old 3.
Oh,
Number 3, I
That one was actually amazing, and it was on the NES, right?
I didn't
So it was
actually
kinda
get too
cool to
far on
see
that
it.
one.
I'd give that one like an 8.
I
A
started-
minus.
A
Probably.
tier. A minus.
I started all 3 at the
Uh,
same time, so I never could focus on one.
B plus.
Reasonable.
You can't really go
A
wrong
minus,
with
B
the
plus.
no
I'd say
Mario.
B plus. B plus is fine.
They were
Yeah.
difficult, surprisingly.
Yes.
All right.
were
Up
very
next
difficult.
is Doom Eternal.
S minus. I want to give it an S plus or an S.
DLC. For me, the DLC moves it to an S plus.
I guess the DLC moves it to an S for me,
and like the customization. Yeah.
but
I-
talk.
But
You've
whoa,
seen.
whoa, were you gonna say something
All right.
important or?
I was gonna say something important. Yeah. The gameplay, the way they
I
tackled
love how
it.
they updated like the gameplay. Like it
Yeah.
seemed, it flows more. Like it has
Yeah.
that Doom feeling.
Yeah, they
And I do
same
like the
feel.
Earth aesthetic.
Yeah, like the the being on Earth.
Yeah. and
The animation style.
they really pushed for you killing and like being way aggressive for it, and having limited ammo and limited.
It was.
health
It
and
actually made you
armor.
change. You did swap through the guns a lot more than I did in Doom 2016,
Uh,
and I thought that gave me a lot of variety. Like I felt cool doing combos while I
Yeah.
was fighting, and like the soundtrack is beautiful. Has been from the very beginning.
one problem I have with
Use it for workouts.
is one of the bosses, the Doom Hunter.
Oh yeah, that was-
Yeah, he just turns into like a common enemy, which kind of sucks. They did the same thing with the Marauder.
yeah. But it was
He's-
cool though, seeing that it's like seeing them in other battles, like
Well,
randomly.
I guess, but the Marauder got his own dialogue, and it was very serious, so you wouldn't expect to see him again. And it really just ruins the flow. You stop and you have to actually fight this guy.
Yeah.
Something
Overall,
else,
though, like playing it on a higher diff. Oh, sorry.
well, something else I like a lot about it is some of the redesigns look very cool. Some of the upgrades look very cool, and some of the suit upgrades and weapon upgrades look very cool.
And the cutscenes are cool.
But then some of the character designs and redesigns I just can't get with.
Yeah, like certain enemies, like I know they were changing their art style to fit differently, but I feel like the art style of Doom 2016 was just so much cooler.
I guess it made it more scary.
It made it more scary and more Doom feeling. But
Yeah.
the flow, if they had the flow of Doom Eternal and the art style of Doom 2016 and the soundtrack of I don't really care which one because they're both.
They're
Yes,
both amazing. They
I don't
both
know.
fit perfectly.
With the
I feel like.
It
with
just,
the
like,
Medcubus, I
At
like
first,
the
like
redesign.
if you listen to it on your
It's
own,
almost like a scary Halo in a way.
yeah, if you're listening to it on your, people probably said that a lot. If you listen to it on your own,
Not because of the design of the character, though.
no,
Because
because
of the
Halo
actual game.
came after. But anyways, like if you listen to the soundtrack on its own for a little bit, at first I thought, this is kind of intense, and then I played some of the game and I was listening and I'm like, oh yeah, I know where this is from. Oh yeah, I can get with this. So I'd say it deserves like an S tier.
Yeah, S.
I've never
maybe
played in my life, so-
S
Well,
plus.
that's a shame. It's
Yeah.
just a great.
All right,
game.
Doom 2016 to add on top of that.
All right,
A plus.
A
It's
plus?
good, but it's,
I've never played Doom. I played Half-Life.
Half-Life is fun. I did like.
Yes, it is very fun.
Anywho, yeah,
it's
but yeah,
really
Doom
easy to-
2016.
there's a lot, like especially in Hell, it's very dark.
I
The
do
lava
really like
lights
that.
it up.
Yeah, it was very dark, and for a little bit, I was just like, I could barely see anything. But
Throbbing,
overall,
pulsating.
playing that was the very first time that I believe that was one of my first first-person shooters, like a new graphic first-person shooter,
Yeah.
and I love it.
I was confused on why they had you go up demon buttholes. though.
No,
What?
that was Doom Eternal.
That was Doom
Just
Eternal. Oh, that
Yeah.
was.
Wrong
Yes, it
conversation.
was.
I thought. Well, they did have the giant.
No, you mean like the
things.
wall? You mean like the walls of flesh? Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
They
walls of
did. They
flesh.
did have those in.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, like A plus, A plus,
A
plus,
plus.
S minus, A
Yeah.
plus. All right.
Yeah.
Anywho,
The multiplayer was fun though.
so, up next, going on to the Doom is the original Doom 2.
Doom 2. That's good.
It is better than the first. You get the super shotgun. The level designs are much better,
It's-
and overall, just
Like the
better
game, like
game.
graphics, it wasn't that good. But then again, a gameplay.
That was like a '90s pixel game.
yeah,
that
that
they
was
made
yeah, it was actually
2D.
it was two dimensional.
it's one of the best boomer shooters.
It's a 2D game, but it seems 3D.
Yeah, they were able to render it because like if they rendered it 3D, it wouldn't have worked. So like the first Doom, they had it was a 2-dimensional, it was a side scroller essentially,
Yeah.
but they adjusted how it worked, and it was just so fascinating.
Yeah, it just works.
Yeah.
I'd say A tier for
Have
Doom
you
2.
played any Pixel games?
Like old fashioned like 80s sort of games.
Doom.
Doom
Yeah.
2.
Old-fashioned
I don't remember when it
80s
came out. I know Doom
Pixel.
1 came out in
I've played
1990.
some.
games.
I've played
Doom.
Doom.
Yes.
Dune or Doom.
Doom, like
Pixel
Doom.
games.
I say like A
No.
plus for that one.
No.
A minus maybe.
A
Well,
plus.
if
A
we
plus.
were doing this video back in that time, I would say it's an S tier. It's probably one of the best video
I
games
give
back
it
then.
an A.
I'd
but-
say A,
but
I'd say A plus.
In the modern day, though,
just because it got a little repetitive and confusing.
yes,
Yeah.
th-
So
that's
I'd say
true.
A plus.
In the modern day, though, it would make more sense to be an A plus. But if we lived back
Yeah.
then, that
It
would
would've
be
been amazing.
incredibly cool.
Up next is a good classic GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
Love that. I did a full playthrough of GoldenEye.
We've all played it, right?
We've all played it.
Yeah,
Um,
we've
I
all
thought you
played
got
it.
it.
we played it.
Whoa.
I played it.
Oh.
Well, I've actually done things where I just had like some of them come over and we just straight up played GoldenEye on the Wii,
Mhm.
and they remastered it for the Switch because of how famous it
It
was.
is so good.
So that deserves an S tier.
Playing with
S
the,
for Spy.
I give it an A plus. But playing with the, I guess it worked at the time. It's kind of a 3D like shooter, but with the
With
one
James Bond,
joystick, it's a bit hard. But
with the Wii, it was better.
the Wii was
The
better,
Wii
of course.
fit much better.
But I really enjoyed how
Wii was an
the
S tier
triggers were like you're looking left and right. That was very fun. And the aiming for it, you can aim and like adjust it slightly. It was way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Like Doom didn't do that. It was if the enemy is right there, but you're out of wall, you aim up instantly.
Yeah, but then again, it was made later.
And it was one of the first
Doom was
game-
made earlier. So Doom was made earlier. GoldenEye was made later.
Yeah, it was one of the first game to render a headshot as more powerful and do more damage.
And I do really like how complex the maps are.
And the multiplayer
Yeah.
is fun.
Mhm.
The multiplayer is so
the multiplayer
diverse.
is very
Yeah,
fun.
but everyone's screen hacks. Jeez.
Yeah, people do screen hack, but despite that, it was
when we
fun
played,
multiplayer.
you didn't screen hack, did you?
No,
Good. Good.
I have honor, and I'm too focused on shooting. Anywho, next up, Beat Saber.
Oh
Beat Saber.
yes. A good
A
one.
Oh wait, we didn't decide. GoldenEye S tier.
Oh, yeah, it's
yes,
S.
yes.
Okay, good. Okay, I was just making
definitely.
sure.
You played
Beat Saber. I
Beat
loved
Saber.
it when I
It
like.
was a good one.
Yeah, Beat Saber.
Plus.
B plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a good workout. Like,
It is. It is insanely good workout,
But
and it's
it-
fun. It's
it
a
just-
fun workout
It's
too.
a fun,
Uh,
cool, exciting workout.
I say at least A minus or B plus.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
whichever
A
one's
minus,
a
A minus.
bit repetitive, just doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
A B plus maybe.
does it connect? I don't exactly know
It's
how
in,
the
it's
music.
in VR.
I know how.
Can you add mods so you get whatever song you want?
Yeah,
I think so.
That's
They
what
might-
I'm
they
asking.
might have
Yeah,
that.
yes, they do have
Like
that.
if
That
it's
might
connected
be
to
the purchase
Spotify
it,
or
but
something like that.
I know. I don't think so. If it did, that'd be S immediately.
It
Yeah,
would be
but
S plus
again,
if they
like-
had every single song like on Spotify.
But how would it know? Like, how would it set up the beats? Like, what?
Exactly.
Well,
It would
yeah,
have
well,
to
they
be
can
a
do-
more
you can do-
complex
you can do
algorithm,
a
AI
visualizer
stuff like that.
Any so
Yeah.
like B plus A minus though.
yeah.
A minus.
A minus, yes.
A minus. A minus. Yeah,
A
that seems
minus.
to fit. I love Beat Saber. That
It
one was
is-
fun.
it is
Some
a
of the
good
videos out there are really, really cool, and then others I just
Up next.
hate with a passion.
A Minecraft story mode. Rip Rubin.
Oh, S plus. Patton Oswalt is Jesse. I love that. And Ruben, he just turns into bacon when he dies. Actually, yeah, the DLC was fun. I think one of my more favorite levels, or I guess chapters, is like the murder mystery part. That was very fun.
Yeah.
But
think
the Wither as an enemy is a cool idea, and it's not like the Wither in Minecraft.
The Wither Storm.
It takes I guess it's its own thing. The Wither Storm was fun, and it was the heroes.
It was definitely very good at like making us fear and like
Wait,
the beginning
did
choice. Like
Minecraft
one of the
Story Mode
hardest.
introduce the Witherstorm?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it actually helped. Fun fact: armor trims exist in Minecraft because of Minecraft Story Mode. They saw it and were like,
I
should do
actually
that.
have never played it. I know what it is. I know
I
it's
think
good,
my
but I've never
favorite
played
part
It's on
about it.
Netflix, actually.
wait. But one of the
Well,
you can do
one
it on
of them,
Netflix.
but then there's
Hold
the
on.
Nintendo.
One of the
complicated
most
version.
difficult decisions ever made came from that game. Do you save Petra or do you save Gabriel?
Yes.
I saved Petra. Gabriel's cool, but
Is
I
Petra
saved
the girl?
Petra's
Yes.
I hate the girl. I would kill her myself.
No.
I would Mufasa her.
I usually save Petra because like clearly I've known her longer, and Gabriel is just like this dude. And, like, I mean, I'm not saying there was no character development. There was. It just and in that moment, it's like, do I save my hero who I just met, or someone who's literally been my friend most of this character's life?
Wait,
I'm
wait,
like-
which one's the hero? Is Petra's
Gabriel's
hero?
the hero.
Gabriel's the hero?
Gabriel's the fake hero. He's a fake.
So I
learned that.
Oh yeah, I really like how they did what like most people do now. They do more realistic superheroes. They just use the command block, and the one guy, I guess, the
Soren,
Kobo.
Ivor. Oh, the
So-
hobo. Ivor.
Yeah, he decided like, hey, you guys want to be heroes? Do it, and he
Oh.
spawns the Wither Storm.
Oh yeah, that was Ivor.
Yeah, because don't you realize that they have the Ender Dragon's crystals, and he
Yeah,
you
spoiler
ask, why do
alert.
you have this?
Spoilers.
Why do you have this?
Yeah, you are right. Why does he have that? But
He used the command cubes.
the command
Box.
kids.
Box.
Yeah, command. Well, it is a command block. We just joked. So yeah, S tier for that one. Up next on the list is Portal.
I thought you were
Oh,
going to
yes.
say something.
S minus.
I
S-.
played Portal 2. Portal 2.
It's
I-
very fun and
What do you think of it? Because
Portal 2. Portal 2 is interesting. That you're like trying. You're really annoyed about this robot lady, and she's trying to kill you, but she's also trying to help you.
in the first one you killed her. Oh, you thought you killed her.
Oh, you
Yeah.
thought?
And in the second one, you kill her, right?
Well, yeah, I really like how it's just all physics based,
Yeah, it's like it hurts your brain in a good way.
and it's easy
It's so-
enough. You can sit down, play it, and beat it. It's
In one day, if you want,
Yeah, in
you can
one
do it
day.
in one day, and regardless, you will like remember that experience for like
Bruh.
years.
forever.
What?
It's
Oh,
What are you-
my underwear was just a little high up, so I was
Okay.
Oh, I thought I
I
heard
was-
music.
pulling. Oh, you thought you heard music?
Oh.
Him and Castor were looking at me like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
I'm not editing.
yeah. It
this.
proves that games
Dude,
don't
what?
have to be long. They don't have to be like drawn out. Like story is just all
Yeah.
over the place.
and the cake is alive.
Yeah,
Yes.
cake is alive.
So
Cake
S
is
tier
alive.
for the cake
Yeah,
is
you
alive.
see them put it out. And
Yeah.
the song at the end is amazing.
I
Yes.
love. how
Up
the
next, I
cake
think
is
I know what
alive.
this is gonna get.
I love how
Hold
we
on.
get the cake at the end, also.
S tier for that one.
Yeah,
S
Up
tier.
next, I think I know what this is getting Wii Sports Resort.
Oh, S plus. That game is so fun.
S,
Oh my god.
I
Alright.
think Wii is overplayed because my brother plays it way too much.
No, there is no such thing as overplaying.
Yes.
You always gotta beat Mac. Just
Yeah, beat Matt. All right, up next is Tears of the Kingdom, the new Zelda game.
Oh, of course.
I've
S
never played that.
minus.
S
It's
minus.
all it does is expand upon Breath of the Wild, which isn't bad.
I
Because
felt like it
it's a
wasn't.
sequel.
I mean, in my personal opinion, it wasn't as good as Breath of the Wild. I don't think. I'm saying like not gameplay wise, but the
Jaxon
feeling.
was incredibly excited for Breath of the Wild. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom.
I was, but in the end, it just wasn't as wonderful.
Have you
like,
beat it
was,
already?
Yes, I beat Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild.
Who does Link sleep with this time?
Sure.
You're but anywho,
Yeah, just
But what wasn't Zelda?
no,
gonna
shush.
propose? Never mind.
Zelda was going to propose, yes. But anywho, it was just like that feeling of
Wow.
wonder wasn't the same.
Link is a ladies' man, or he's cheating.
So like the first time, it was like the very first time when I played Breath of the Wild, it was so much like different, like discovering the controls and like figuring everything out on your own. And then Tears of the Kingdom was different because you already knew it, and it was just like it was cool. I'm not lying, it was awesome. I
There
loved
were
it.
some different controls though.
Some of the controls are different, but like it just what feeling wasn't like the same. That feeling of like when you first see that
It
light.
was less
on the-
generic.
yeah.
And they kind of ruined shrines with the building technique, because there's like infinite ways to solve it now. But in the old game, there's just one way to solve it. And I guess building's fun. You can make a lot of stuff, maybe torture a few Koroks. But the abilities, I didn't really like that much. They were just like
I
to
really
get around.
don't like, however you drive around, or I mean, whenever you drive around or fly around, usually that boulder guy is always in the front going,
Oh yeah,
I'm ready, and
you
just
know,
spinning in the front. It doesn't
Yonobu
look as good.
sucks.
You
Cool.
can you can turn them.
You know.
You can turn
Wow.
off the ability if you want. But yeah,
I know you can
I also
turn it
don't-
off,
I think that was
but,
an
like,
S minus.
I
sometimes you
hate
need
how
it, but
they
it doesn't
handle
look
the
good.
abilities.
Yeah, I think that's an S minus
I
or an
think
A
maybe an
plus.
A-
You're an A plus.
You're in battle and you have to chase them down just to use their ability. I hate it.
So an S minus or an A plus? I think A plus probably.
S minus.
S minus.
S minus?
S minus.
I was gonna go with A plus, but okay.
S minus.
It's
That's
better
fine.
than that.
Up next is I know Cass is gonna like this one. Garden Warfare.
Oh, S plus.
I actually agree with
He's
you.
being sarcastic.
No, I genuinely agree with him. Garden Warfare is a fun game. I've only played a little bit of it, but man, that little bit that I played was amazing. It's
Yeah.
Plants vs Zombies.
Yeah. I was
I
about
think-
to ask
I
that.
think-
if it's the like ultimate version of Plants vs Zombies.
Plants.
It's Plants vs Zombies plus like a shooter game.
I enjoyed
Yes.
playing Plants a lot more.
Yes,
But
playing Plants is so much
Soldier-
more fun.
If you know where to go, you get on the roofs. You're gunning people down, and when you nail them with an RPG, it's just amazing. And my favorite game mode, Gardens and Graveyards, is like a capture a point. The zombies are guarding. You capture it. Then they got to defend it at the next point, and you capture it. And if you capture all of them, it's a special event, like stop them from
Yeah.
bombing.
We're still talking about Garden.
Garden Warfare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about the plants, so I was wondering.
It
Okay.
doesn't have a campaign, which doesn't make it that much worse. It would have been fun, but the second one is where it gets much better.
Yeah.
I
So I
do
think
like it a lot.
S tier for sure. That one, this is the gameplay in
S
general.
plus.
Even multi,
And,
S plus.
and the
S
cool
plus.
new animations and stuff like that, the way they do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Oh,
just
alright.
did like the 4 main stuff. Very fun.
One time
Alright.
I got this mini little pixel thing from as a kids meal, but you could actually play that. It was Plants vs Zombies, and I got it at like an Arby's or not an Arby's, at like a Burger King as a kids meal toy.
The face
that I
you
could
made is you're
actually-
like, not an Arby's.
Yeah,
that I can actually play Plants vs Zombies on a kids meal toy.
Dude,
It was awesome.
what was this?
Do you still have it?
No, I don't.
Okay. Up next-
it got lost 3
Up-
seconds
so, S.
after.
Alright, up next is Paper Mario.
I
Which
have not
one?
played it.
I've never
The
played
first
it.
one.
Uh,
I'd say that one's a solid, probably like a B plus.
B plus.
I'd
Yeah.
say that one's maybe a B plus, A minus maybe.
If
I'm being generous.
You're being generic.
Paper Mario is fun.
It was fun, yeah. The first playthrough, it was nice. I liked the puzzles in between levels. I mean, sometimes they were a little tedious, but
Yeah.
overall, it was interesting. It was unique for
Yeah.
Mario.
They should do more paper games. Paper Zelda would be fun.
Paper,
Kirby,
I feel like
Metroid.
Paper Zelda could succeed very well.
Just barely had a thought that people might say, like, to replace Dylan with Castor. I
No,
don't
don't-
want
we're
them
not
to
replacing
betray
him. So
me.
No,
I'm
do
so
not
curious.
betray
Charismatic.
Dylan. Do not.
I got 20 stats and charisma.
Up next, Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
I'm.
Oh,
Wait, we're not diving
all the
into
Five
this.
Nights at Freddy's are so good.
I am leaving this until call me when it's done.
All right.
Okay, he's just not gonna talk about FNAF 4 right now.
He doesn't like
I really liked how he made it different.
It was
No-
similar to FNAF 1, but it was different because they took away like
Okay.
the cameras.
Yeah.
the main feature.
I'm gonna feel embarrassed saying this because I know.
None.
What?
FNAF 4 is an S tier.
Yeah, it's an S tier.
I'm not gonna judge it. Because I know
Don't
which
say
game we're
anything
talking
bad.
about.
Don't say anything
I'm
bad.
not gonna say anything bad. I know which
Say
game we're talking
anything-
about, but at the same time, I'm a little confused.
Oh, you're googling it? It's the one that takes place inside of the house.
Yeah, I like how it's different.
Yeah,
That one.
That one.
Yeah, that one deserves an S tier just because like it was so scary. and
S
different. Hold on,
tier.
let Castor speak.
I like how they made it different from all the other games. No cameras, you can't lock your doors, and there's a closet in the bed, and you just got to be on it. You got to check the door, listen for breathing, check the other one, make sure there's no plushes on your bed, make sure Foxy doesn't get out of the closet.
It's like this similar like
It's
Fox,
much
like
more
very-
dangerous.
It's much more dangerous, yet it felt the same. Like it was the same amount of places they get attacked from almost. And it was like Foxy had like the curtains. It's pretty much the same thing.
yeah,
It's
And like the two doors, it was like it felt like
It's
FNAF 1, but it
also-
felt new.
a bit closer to home because it's
Quite
literally
literally.
in a home. And as little kids, all of us had that thought. We'll look down the hallway. Somebody's gonna come and kill us.
Yeah,
It
but you
looks
gotta
like a
admit,
character.
For
You
some
got a
reason,
weird
that was
room.
actually the one that introduced
Yeah.
me to Five Nights at Freddy's, and which is weird because that's like the
Who
scariest one.
introduced you?
FNAF 4.
Oh,
It is weird because that's the scariest one, and it's like me, it's like 6 years old looking at it like, what's this? What's this?
like
Like,
I actually think about these things.
Like I got
Yes, you
I got
did.
scared. I got terrified. I think there's some nights where I like was up and I had like the blanket wrapped around me and I had to keep checking behind me to make sure there wasn't a friggin' plushie behind me.
yeah, but imagine having a room like that, 2 doors like that, and then a
Side by
closet right
side.
there.
Yeah.
it
that'd
is
be
a little
weird.
weird.
It is a little weird, but overall, even like it's weird that one was the one that introduced me, which means that I have apparently a good tolerance for that stuff because
It's
like
one of
that's
the
a
better
scary.
ones.
Yeah, it's one of the better.
Yeah,
But
it
it's also
is,
one of the
definitely.
scarier ones. And like I died, and I got super scared. But then I was like, but wait, I liked. Why was that good?
Why was
And
that
then
good?
I fell in love with the rest of the games
It's
too.
like
So
it,
I
it
think
just hits harder because
It's
it's
fun.
at home.
It's fun horror.
Yeah,
Because like in that moment when you open the door and you have to listen, it's dead silent, and it's like like 2 seconds of like,
when
is
I-
something gonna kill me if I turn on my light? Is something not? That added a whole new level.
And it was interesting how they added human traits to it, breathing,
Mhm.
like just I guess
The
more
footsteps,
teeth, footsteps,
the
as
laughing.
well.
the first
Laughing,
time I
yeah.
played it, I thought of like an evil version of Toy Story. I just got Toy Story vibes, but then Woody in a black room trying to kill me. It was funny.
Where's my hat?
There's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my boots. Actually, that's how. There's probably a fan game about that.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I want to. If you could find that fan game and like email me about it or like just text me, send me that fan game.
Yeah.
I want to play the Woody
Toy Story. Rex would be Foxy.
Five Nights at Woody's. Anywho, up next, we should call the guy back.
Five Nights
Is-
at Andy's. but-
Oh yeah, we should call him back in.
Maybe we should just do.
Wait,
all
are
four
we done?
games.
We should just do all the horror stuff.
Well, there's
Right
a
now.
lot of horror games on here, so I guess up next is FNAF 3 with
That one was
Springtrap.
fun, but only one could kill you.
Yes,
So-
but in the end, the stress level was pretty high too.
The stress
Yeah,
was high,
but-
and Springtrap was designed to look much scarier.
This
than the rest
design of
the character.
Springtrap is so cool.
He looks-
His character
He
is
looks
awesome.
basically like a metal booger.
I guess like the setting, it's all dark. It's an abandoned building.
I'd say that's an
There's
A+.
phantoms all around. But I didn't like the idea of the control pad. You gotta play the sound. So Springtrap goes
I
over there.
Didn't
Yeah.
like the control pad either.
No, that wasn't the greatest.
Yeah,
but the
you
rest
gotta-
of the game was good, so I'll give it like an A+.
There's the generator, right? Or is that a different game? You gotta make sure you have power, vent the place.
Oh,
make
no,
sure-
that's 6. That's the 6th one.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how there's other stuff you gotta do, or like
No, that's
others
only
will
the
jump
6th
scare
one.
you. It was
Don't you have
fine.
to like?
Oh wait, you're saying you
Check.
have to like check like fix the ventilation and
Yeah,
stuff?
fix
yeah,
the
check the
ventilation, stuff like that.
Oh, you have to like
yeah.
repair. Yeah, just because like those two things, just the controls kind of were weird, but like the game itself, I loved.
I did.
I'd give it like an A, not like A+ or A-, just straight A. Like
Yeah, just
it was
A.
good.
Yes.
It was a great game, but like the
Mhm.
controls were a little wonky. But
It
besides
did
that,
introduce a lot of important.
Oh, yeah.
yes, the lore of that game was like the biggest
Which
draw.
one?
Like
it's,
just big. Matt Pat had like a full stack.
it's more like one of
files.
those like Marvel movies that they make just so they can transition into something else.
Yeah,
I felt
Yeah,
like
but it was actually good.
Like Thor: Love and Thunder or Doctor Strange 2.
Doctor
Movies
Strange
like
2 was
that
good.
aren't usually good. Just
Doctor
setting up
Strange
a
2 was
different
good
one.
though. Doctor Strange 2.
Doctor Strange 2 was good, but they sidelined Doctor Strange for America.
Yeah,
America.
which is weird.
what's
Yeah,
the
and then they
America
also
shot
did
that,
WandaVision. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
but anywho,
I don't like how they made
I've
Wanda
said that too
bad.
many times. I mean, I've said it 3 times in this episode. I think 3 or 4. That I can't keep saying that.
Also, we thought about this a while ago, and we want you guys to count how many times he says it each episode.
Yep,
And make
count
it,
how many
Anywho.
times. No, that doesn't count. That wasn't me. It wasn't me. Up next is Ghostbusters Wii.
oh, I played the one on the Xbox 360, but it's the same game.
Yeah,
Yo,
it's just Ghostbusters, like the classic Ghostbusters.
I got a funny story.
Anywho, I do like
No.
the other Ghostbusters.
It doesn't count. You can't say it.
All right, so I got a funny story about this. I'm sure I told Jaxon.
Wait, is this kind of a scary one? It doesn't.
No,
right?
it's no, it's not.
I'm not
Hand it
really
back
back
in here.
Well,
Yeah, you can keep talking.
so basically, when I was a kid, I would always watch Ghostbusters, and I played the game so much. I would play the game, beat it, and then as a couple days go by, play the game. The amount of playthroughs I've done are insane, but I got banned from it because I would have this recurring nightmare. It's the fisherman. If you guys know him, you know.
He's talking about a nightmare.
Yes, I don't want to hear it.
I'm assuming that the mic can probably hear you guys.
All right, so
Yeah, I'm telling you,
basically,
you should just wait right here.
Okay, fine. It's just Ghostbusters.
so it's reoccurring, right? So I got banned. It was the fisherman, and I was in like this, I guess, abandoned building, apartment complex, maybe more like an office setting. And there's like other kids with me, and I stepped on a stick, and it played like a cutscene. It jumped to him. He looked and started chasing me, and I got banned because I would always be crying and wake up at the middle of the
Oh,
night.
that sucks, man.
It's an S plus though. I love that game.
Yeah, that
Fisherman
game
was a
gets S+.
fun boss.
Wait, well, we're still on Ghostbusters, right?
Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
All right, up next, Mighty Doom, Doom's new mobile game.
Okay, this one's not scary.
Okay.
My
Talk about Inside.
inside?
You've never played Inside.
Is
Well,
that
not
the
yet.
one like Little Nightmares?
Just wait.
What?
Here, close the door.
Inside, what is it?
No, it's about this
Alright,
kid
close
running
the
away
door.
from these guys who are like
Close.
mind controlling humans.
Yeah, and it's got the adults, and it's like this like very basic graphics
Hold
looking
on.
thing.
Yeah.
Wait.
I
hold
love
on.
that game.
We're not talking about that yet. We're talking about Mighty Doom, the mobile Doom game.
I like it a lot. It's fun how they turned Doom Guy into this cute little.
Well, I mean,
It's
they
a
already
small
had-
body
it's-
They
bag.
used- and I think
Mhm.
it was funny how they used all the toys from Doom Eternal. as the
Yeah,
characters.
I did like that.
Yeah,
But a
The
lot of
bobblehead toys.
people hated on it, and I'm like, it was meant to be cute and for mobile. Like, it wasn't meant to be like an official Doom game.
Yeah.
I mean
Exactly.
they did good. They did as much as they could for a mobile game.
I'd
but-
say that deserves an A+.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
after a little
plus.
bit you lose interest, but then you get back into it and you're like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It was for that.
It does
that
get a
first
little
time.
repetitive, but
The first time you
bit.
played though.
it still has to do with strategy, even though it's such a
Yeah.
short little.
Yeah, and the first time I played it though, like that was so hypnotizing. I was waiting for that release for like hypnotizing. Like me and Castor, we were waiting for like that release for
Yeah.
like months. Like I remember having that release day. I got it like day one.
Yeah, well, you had it like you had it so it would install as soon as. It
Yeah,
comes
I
out.
had it as the like automatic installation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, I think that's an A+.
A+.
Yes.
Up next is the original 1993 Doom.
Uh,
I'd say maybe B+.
A
A
plus.
I
A
haven't-
minus.
I
A
haven't
minus.
played
A
it that
minus.
much.
A minus.
It doesn't have the super shotgun, and the levels and aren't as great. The DM placement also isn't that great, but it's still a good game.
Yeah, pretty good. Up next, Twilight Princess.
Haven't played it. I don't get
Neither
an
have I.
opinion.
Oh well, I'm the only one here who can have an opinion on this one, so I'll just put it at the A part. A
I like
list.
how it had realistic graphics, though.
Yeah, that
they
was
gotta
good.
have a more powerful console.
Is Twilight Princess the one where there's this tall
Reagan turned into a wolf.
black lady and then Link is looking at her?
No,
He's just
no,
no?
not that one. Yeah, it's that one.
Should I not?
No,
should,
no.
Should I stop talking?
Yes, you should stop talking.
Okay, I'll stop talking.
Yes, that is where you had to save the honey from the top of the tree.
Is that the one with the Yeti?
I don't remember. It's the one where you can call eagles. Yeah, it was that one where the lady was like,
She looks
So
in the
sad.
mirror. That's a fun boss fight.
yeah,
Like,
that's
Darren's played it.
That's Twilight Princess.
and
I have
Link's
memories
right on
of
the
it.
edge.
Dylan, Ronald, Hanson, stop.
I'm not
Anywho,
making
up
it
next
obvious.
is Hill Climb Racing.
I actually have that game right now. You want to see my cars?
is
Hold
it-
on, no, not yet. But hold on, Hill Climb Racing.
Play it so I know.
Oh, is that the game where you go? Or is that
That's
like
the one with the car. And you have to get
Oh,
the gas, with the coins.
oh,
you can go to the moon if you want to.
It's so fun.
Hold on. Oh yeah, I didn't. This one.
Yes, this is such a good one.
I give it an
Probably
A.
turn it down so we don't.
I give it an A+.
Why
A+.
not
Yes.
get copyright on the music?
We could.
It's a podcast.
I know, but
so
we could.
basically,
Oh, who hasn't played this game?
I give that one an A tier.
A tier.
It gets a bit repetitive though. 'cause
Then
Yes.
maybe a B. Then maybe B plus.
B+.
No, it's too high to be.
A minus.
No.
A minus.
B plus or A minus. Which one?
A
A
minus.
minus. I go A
A
minus.
minus.
A minus.
It's too good to be B.
It's too classic.
I'm playing the game right
No,
now.
it's not.
So.
That
It's like Dig
classic,
Dug.
actually,
It's
though.
like Dig Dug. It's too good to be dead.
Oh, Dig Dug. I love that.
Oh, it's so good. It's so hard though.
All right. Up next.
You got Little Nightmares on here.
Right.
We'll get to that later. But hold on.
There should be a game about stupid people.
There's very many of them.
But like,
I'm gonna go to the
Central-
restroom.
Up next
There
is
is stupid
up next is Angry Birds.
I need to go pee. Please hold.
We're not holding.
There's a
Up next
bathroom
is
down
Angry
here.
Birds.
there's a
Up next-
bathroom down here.
Oh well,
Where?
just close the door.
Right there.
Yeah, right there. Just close the door to the podcast room. we're calling this room. Anyways, back to Angry Birds.
It has the same problem with a lot of the other mobile games. It's fun. It's amazing. Great gameplay. But it gets repetitive.
Is this the only Angry Birds game we're doing?
Yeah, I think this is the only.
yeah,
then
the
let's
other
talk
ones you
about all
can't
of them.
play anymore. They're off the App Store.
So
They
I'd
are?
say this is a solid B tier game.
I think
B
they still
plus.
have Transformers.
I don't know.
Transformers.
But they got rid of Space,
hold on.
Star Wars.
Angry Birds
really?
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars?
Angry Birds Star Wars was an S tier.
I love that.
was the best
But
game.
the original Angry Birds, I'd say B. B plus maybe.
B minus.
B minus.
Seriously, they were good and
Like, because the Angry Birds Star Wars was so like
More-
it was more strategy based.
Yeah.
Because like with the pressing it and having it do cool abilities, I loved that. And the
Mhm.
characters, I'm a Star Wars guy. We all are.
yes.
Nah.
You got Fallen Order on here.
Well, I just got a huge list on here.
Cool.
Undertale. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba, that game.
I tried playing that game, but never really got that far. I give it
I feel like it's pretty dang
a
overhyped.
D plus.
D plus.
D plus.
D plus.
Alright,
That's
what are you,
reasonable.
an Undertale fan?
A D plus
No,
is
but, like,
reasonable.
a-
We haven't given.
Doesn't deserve it though.
Yes, it
maybe.
does.
What about a C minus?
D plus. You can put it on a C minus, but I give it D plus.
Right. Well, let's go with your opinion. That's a D plus. All right. Up
I
next
think Adam
is
won't be happy.
Security Breach.
Security breach.
I don't think people are gonna like this. That game was not that great.
It wasn't the best.
It's not.
It had good graphics
It was
for sure.
still good though.
It was good, but it wasn't like the greatest of all time.
The Ruin DLC makes up for it, but it's mascot horror. It's not scary at all.
That's true.
I'd say that's like a C.
It's got this '80s vibe, very vibrant.
I
Freddy's
do-
there to
The
protect you.
'80s vibe is over exaggerated by a lot.
A
Though.
lot, yeah. And it suffers from a lot of the problems other mascot horror games have. It's just a do chores simulator.
Wait, is
Stop.
Isn't this the one with where you can also use VR sometimes?
No, I don't think
No,
so.
I don't know
No?
about
Oh right, that was the one that was coming out right after this one. I remember.
Yeah. Stop.
Yeah, it just has you doing chores.
Well, we have to talk about them. They're some of the best
we
games
do.
ever. So
Yeah, we do. We have to. We have to talk about it.
Yeah.
We're not like diving into the scariness.
we're not
Yeah.
we're not talking at all.
It's
We're just
suffers
mentioning
about
the
them.
game.
Edit this stuff.
Oh, well,
I'm going to
Peyton
eat.
has to leave, so we'll say goodbye, Peyton.
Goodbye, Peyton.
Bye.
Bye.
Close the door behind you.
Yes.
And thank you for coming.
It suffers from.
I will be back.
All right,
Eventually, you will. All right.
we'll edit that out. A bit.
We don't need to edit it.
I think
The one of the premises of the episode is actually no, I'll tell you later. I don't
Alright.
want you to
Well, I'm
just,
gonna
I don't
finish-
want you to get too
I'm gonna
cocky.
finish my thought. So basically, it suffers from a lot of the stuff other mascot horror suffers from, like Bendy and you go get the key card.
It's a lot of fetching.
a lot
Yes,
of fetching and just
very-
doing
yes,
chores.
definitely.
Not that scary.
I'd
Like,
say it's like a C minus.
C minus. Ruins gives it.
Yeah.
If it was just Ruins, I would give that an A plus.
All right. Up next is Doodle Jump.
Oh, it's fun, but
That
it
one where you
suffers
tilt
from
your phone.
repetitiveness. It's like-
Stuff from repetitivity.
Most doodle games do get
repetitivity.
repetitive.
Is it
just most mobile games. You can't get a good mobile game.
Yeah.
Minecraft's a good mobile. I mean, even though it's not mainly mobile, it's still
not
fun on mobile. There's also Doom. I mean, that one was fun on
All right,
mobile.
Doodle Jump, I would give
Doodle
like
Jump.
a
Geometry Dash was fun on mobile. But anyway, Doodle Jump, I'd say like a C plus.
maybe a C plus.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
fun with the tilting though.
Yeah. Up next is Fortnite, and we're talking like closer to Chapter 2 Fortnite. Chapter 2
Old
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
No, not old Fortnite. We're not
Well-
not Chapter 1, but like Chapter 2 Fortnite. It's currently Chapter 4 as of this episode. And like
It's a
I'm
remake
not
of your favorite
saying
season.
yeah, it's a remake of my favorite season. My favorite season, Chapter 2, Season 2. That's just my opinion.
Well, when I say old one, I mean older, not like old. But
It's only fun with friends, so for that reasoning, I give it an F.
F.
F. It's only fun with friends.
But
And
when
with
you-
friends, it's a
but-
B plus.
But when you play it with
We're
friends,
talking
it's
about it
still
with
so good.
friends.
All right, B plus.
B plus. All right.
B plus, okay.
Yes, and no, it's not that the community. It's just the community got ruined by the all these like kids.
Yes, it
Man.
did.
It got ruined. Like
The-
I am.
you know,
like
the-
I enjoy the game. I'm not like a severe person who's always on it, but like I'll hop on the game
Oh, yeah?
sometimes and I'll play.
You think
Little bit.
you're the king? I'm the king.
But
Oh,
the thing about little kids though is they always want to do what we do, but we don't
well,
like it at all.
All right.
I hate how they can't read anything.
All
Like
right.
not read words,
Up
but
next.
read personality.
All right. Up
If
next.
we have any more horror games, we should do it right
Maybe.
now.
Up next is the Dino T-Rex game, the one that shows up when you have no internet.
Oh yes.
I give that a B minus.
B minus out of P.
If we're being
for some reason, it's so addicting.
if we're being honest, it's probably even less than a B minus. But it's such a good,
Yeah,
amazing game for
It's
some
such a
reason.
nice Easter egg.
Mm-hmm.
and there's not enough to talk about, so just
The
we're
fact that
There's the
Google-
lore.
gonna... the lore. What lore?
I'm just joking.
The fact that Google has a game installed for when you have no internet just
fun.
makes me smile.
makes me happy. And the fact that it's a dinosaur
I-
that
the-
like
the-
represents like the like no internet as if
Mhm.
it's the dinosaur age is just a joke in its own right.
Yes.
So yeah, it could be.
Yeah, B.
It should that game should end in an asteroid. I feel like I couldn't see that.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta play it forever.
all right. Up next is Mario and Sonic: The Olympic Games.
I haven't played it. I don't get an opinion.
Neither have I.
Okay, I give it a D tier.
Nice. D.
D tier. My opinion is all of it. Fruit Ninja.
Fruit Ninja
Again, it suffers from mobile repetitiveness. So
there's
for
too
that
many
reason-
copies of the game.
Yeah, well, no, it's the first though. I
say
give
like
it
a C.
a B minus. And
B
if you
minus?
have an Xbox 360, Fruit Ninja Connect is awesome.
Okay, so B minus. That's
I
good.
give that an S plus if it's Connect.
Arms on the Switch.
I actually really enjoy that game. It's a fun.
I do
take
too.
on
It's a
the
good
fighting-
work. It's a good workout too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a good
I'd say
take
that
on the
deserves.
fighting.
I'd say that's like a B plus or an A
Yeah,
minus.
B plus.
Yeah, B plus or A minus. It's still a fun game.
And the tournaments are very fun.
Yes. Geometry Dash.
Geometry.
Again, suffers from repetitive.
But the fact that you can have all the community levels and like
I
change
guess.
which one you're doing, it kind of helps to like lower that.
Oh, still,
I'd say it's like an A.
I give it a B minus.
I give it an A as well.
So like an A minus to average it out.
yeah, A minus.
A minus, that works. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted.
If it's VR, S plus. If it's console, A plus.
All right, so we can do it on. We can do it like an A.
Wait, you said VR what?
FNAF.
Like because FNAF Help
No. If it's VR, what
S
tier?
plus.
S. He said F. S plus.
Yeah,
I
really,
heard either S or F. But
Yeah.
I think my favorite part about it is probably the spring trap. No, the plush trap and balloon boy part. But getting to work on the animatronics is very fun, and the DLC.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did like that.
It was absolutely amazing. So I'll give that like an A plus.
Yeah,
I'll
A
give it a
plus.
solid A plus. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Up next is Lego Star Wars.
Which one?
The complete saga.
The new one?
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You know, I actually really like that one because the complete saga, the newest one, is way too big. I thought I was playing a level, but it was the hub to get in the levels, and it's just too much for a Lego game.
I know,
Lego
right?
games should be small.
It should be
I
like
haven't played the
large
new
but
one yet.
small. You know, like, and also like that opening scene in the cantina, just S tier.
Yeah, S
like
tier.
S tier.
I give that
I give like
an A plus. But the saga, I give like
I'm
an F.
gonna make too much noise.
like an A plus is good for Lego Star Wars.
Yes.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii. But adding on to that, Mario Wonder comes out pretty soon, which I feel like is an I feel like it's an add-on.
That gets its own episode.
It's not like an add. Yeah, that'll get its own episode. But like, I feel like it's almost like an add-on because like I grew up on like Mario Bros. Wii and seeing like the trailer for Mario Wonder, it just like something clicked in my brain. Like I was like remembering
You know
me
what would be
playing
fun?
through Mario Bros. Wii for the
Actually,
first time. It has that same vibe, but it's so like vibrant. But,
I'm
like,
actually really excited for
anywho.
Wonder to come out. It's not that the 3D games are bad, but 2D is just
better for Mario.
exponentially
It's better for Mario.
Mm-hmm.
So New Super Mario Bros. Wii, like that first one, I think that one deserves like an S.
When we're
S.
saying 2D, we just mean like
2D side scroller.
2D.
Yeah,
It's just a side scroll.
Anywho,
Wait, they're making a.
I know that's the fifth time.
Yeah, that's what Mario Wonder is. It's gonna be 2D.
Yeah, 2D bit awesome.
Like 11 years.
All right, up next
Wait, no, 15.
is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh.
They got my favorite guy, Joker. His downbeat is awesome.
I thought this one was like a B minus.
I
It
give
wasn't as good. It wasn't as good as Brawl was on the
What?
Wii.
It's S minus.
I just thought the controls weren't as good.
All right, we'll give it an A minus.
A minus.
even
That's
it out.
reasonable. A minus is
What?
decent.
Are we not going to talk about the video games anymore? You're moving too fast, Jackson.
We can actually talk about the horror games
Oh,
now.
Doom
So-
64. Wait, hold on. Doom 64 is next.
That one was a lot different from the rest. Just the
But
graphics
I
and
didn't
The
like it.
graphics, the way they changed basically everything.
yeah,
with
but
graphics.
it's for
I
the
didn't-
64.
I didn't like it very much though. I'd say that one's like a D.
It did introduce the Unmaker. The levels.
They,
Were,
it seemed a lot. It was.
they
It
were
seemed
way
pretty much
big.
like yeah, it just seemed like too much of like a
Mhm.
cop.
yeah,
I'd say that's like a D tier.
And the graphics were
Maybe
kind
D
of
minus.
weird.
D minus. D minus. Yeah, D minus.
I like the game, but
but
not
just
that
like
much.
I'd rather play Doom 2 than play Doom 64.
and knowing there's better
Mhm.
stuff out there, just
Up next,
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey. The 3-dimensional one for the Switch with the hat. With the hat.
yeah,
yeah,
with the
cat.
hat.
C minus.
C minus.
There was a lot of hype going towards that game, but then it didn't end up to be as
The first
exciting as
playthrough
one might
was
imagine.
fun.
The first playthrough, I will admit, that was a great playthrough. I loved that, but it's not something I find myself replaying a lot.
Yeah,
I find myself coming back to it, and like a lot of the items in the shop are like so expensive.
Yeah, you gotta grind that.
So
Mhm.
I just for that reason, I think it's like a C plus.
Yeah, it's not very memorable.
Definitely.
Mario Rabbids,
Mario
F.
Rabbids.
Mario and Rabbids. F.
Actually, maybe a
Really?
C plus.
What?
I do remember really enjoying the combat. It was fun.
It was such a different take on
It
Mario.
was
surprising.
mixed.
It's
well,
surprisingly
too.
mixed.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
so shockingly well. Like no one expected it to go that well.
Yeah, because it's an RPG basically. Like what I mean by that is it's
Role play game.
No, not role play game.
Oh,
Like
sorry.
it's the enemy's turn to attack, then your turn to attack.
Okay,
But the way they go at it, like with moving and jumping on people,
I
they
feel like
get
that
further.
AI is more advanced than anything we have.
Yeah,
It's like friggin' ChatGPT level back then.
I
so
forgot what game we're talking
it's a
about.
good C
Mario
minus.
Rabbids.
Oh.
I'd say either C minus or B plus.
B plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
that?
B
sense.
plus. I'll give it a B plus.
B plus. That one was genuinely fun. I could find myself replaying that one.
I
I've
mean,
only
because
played it
of how
once.
fun it was, maybe Maybe A-.
Multiplayer was A-, but single
Yeah.
player was B+. All right, let's go with Pokemon Eevee.
I basically play the same thing, Pikachu.
Yeah, Pokemon Eevee / Pikachu.
I don't think you can get Eevees in that though. I looked it up. It's
No.
impossible to get Eevees in
I'd say that was like a C
Pikachu.
tier. I played it once, but I'm not gonna replay it.
all Pokemon games are the same if you think about it.
Yeah.
Man, hold on.
Just for that reason, I'm gonna give it.
I think the recording's about to cut.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna give. All right, I would give it a C- or a B+.
I say
Because-
C. I'd say C+.
Yeah, it's a Pokemon game. Collect them, level them up, get the badges, do the gyms.
Mm-hmm.
Very repetitive, yet
Yeah,
it was
very
slightly
repetitive
interesting.
stuff.
So like I'd say
Slightly
C+.
interesting,
C+.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're just doing C+.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up next, Crossy Road.
Krassy Road?
Crossy Road.
I love Krassy Road.
Again, it's a mobile game, so unfortunately,
Very
yeah,
repetitive, so it's gonna
very
suffer.
repetitive.
I
But
do like all the character designs and how they did a 3D
Yeah,
pixel,
it's like a.
I'd say that one deserves like a B-
They
or a
did
C+.
Yeah.
2D pixel better than my.
I would give it a B.
I mean a 3D. I mean.
And the thing is
I'd
that
say, yeah, B.
all the
B fits.
characters you can collect, it gives you something to come back to, so it's a B.
B+.
B+.
B is a B plus is a bit generous.
B+ a bit. Yeah, it's a little
Let's do
generous.
a
B.
Super Smash Bros.
plus.
Brawl, the one on the Wii. I give this one an S tier in my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys say.
I would give it an A. It's fun.
It's fun, and this. We've said this about a lot of games, but unlike most Nintendo games, this game does actually get a little repetitive over
A little
time.
bit. And because it's
Well, a
on
lot
the,
of the Smash Bros. Can be repetitive.
because
over
it's
time.
on
Yes.
the Wii, you don't have that much freedom of like you don't get that much control.
Well, I actually likes the controls over this one because it was just so simple. Like with the Switch one, it's like still 1-2 attack, but like
doesn't
it's
it
4
not have
buttons.
Smash moves.
It does have Smash moves,
With,
no, like
with
that's not what
all,
I'm talking about.
with all,
It just the controls
like the super,
make
like
it
the super
a
punches
bit
or whatever.
bad.
Like,
With-
you mean like super punches?
Yeah, the super.
It has those.
with all of the Smash games, I just think better controls, more different controls for different kind of moves. Like one control should be a kick, and another control should be a punch, and then like you double
Instead of
something.
like
It's
side
like an
attack.
actual fighter game.
should be
That's
yeah.
closer to Street
I
Fighter.
think
yeah.
it should be more like a Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So
I'd say
Of
that's like
course
an A.
not,
I'd
like-
say like an A.
Yeah.
A.
That actually segues into the next one, which is Street Fighter.
The great game. It's a
Mortal
great game.
Kombat. Mortal Kombat is much better, but Street Fighter is. I mean Ryu.
I'd say
I'm a
Street Fighter's.
bot.
I'd say Street Fighter's a good solid B,
I spam a bunch in that game.
or maybe a B-.
It's fun.
B-.
B-.
Just because like it can get repetitive over time, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
I really like the creativity of the bosses in that. I
Yeah.
do
Oh yeah.
pull
Okay,
a lot.
I'm moving it up to B.
And Zangief is
Good.
is cool.
Zangief.
Zangief.
And
Yeah.
I've used a lot of drawings inspiration
Chun-Li.
from that.
Yeah. All right. Next up is Hill Climb Racing 2.
Absolute garbage.
that
F-.
sucked. That one absolutely
It was so
sucked.
bad,
was
and the
terrible.
art style. I don't know what they went for it, but it was disgusting.
That one just sucked. I hated that one with all my heart and soul. The first one was so
Mhm.
much better, and the second one just dropped
And like
off.
the idea of a race is so stupid.
It's like it's supposed to be just about getting as far as you can,
yeah.
and that's just F tier.
yeah, F
Yes.
minus.
F-, yes. Mario Party.
Which one?
Just Mario Party in general.
I really like that game, but because
It can
I'm
destroy friendships.
because
so
I'm actually
fast.
good at it, my family likes to yell at me a bunch, so it doesn't make it as fun.
I'd say Mario Party is like a D+.
I
Just
give
like-
it.
It's very
a D+?
repetitive. It's very repetitive and boring after a point.
How about a B plus? D is way too low.
Okay, fine. Then maybe I'd say C+.
Any Mario game does not deserve to go below a C.
Yeah.
Then I say C+.
C plus.
Seriously.
C+.
B minus.
B-.
B
I'd
minus.
be willing to settle for a B-. Just because
Okay.
like it can get so aggravating for other people in general.
I would yell a lot if I played that.
Yeah.
I would yell a lot.
Next is Roblox. Not the community. We're not keeping in mind the community. We're talking the game itself.
For Roblox,
It's hard not to think about.
I feel like
the
people
community.
are gonna not like me for this, but it's got a few good games.
I honestly do admit, on its own, it does have a couple good games that I do enjoy.
Yeah,
I love Tycoons.
It's fun to play a bit, but overall, I'm probably gonna give it a
I don't
C
like
minus,
C
maybe
minus.
D plus.
the animation is kind of weird because it's almost like a Minecraft with the way
Yeah,
they
it's
walk
like-
around. But then it's like Minecraft but curvy. Then their arms and heads are cylinders.
Yeah, it's so
and then
weird. It's
their
just like so
shoulders-
unnatural.
go as wide as a mile, and their head is like.
Yeah.
I'd say
just-
I'd say like a C minus probably.
And then we're talking about Community.
If we add the community and this thing's going way lower than we want.
If we add the community of Roblox into how
it goes
we
to like
rate
D
it,
minus or F
it
plus.
goes to an F minus.
Minus. Yeah, I'd give it a D plus.
Yeah, D plus on its own.
As a game itself, D plus makes sense.
Yeah. Some of the games are really fun, but I'm not.
We could be talking about individual games within Roblox, but Roblox itself.
If it's
well,
individual games, I might be more generous.
yes, but Roblox
Yeah, like,
itself.
like Jailbreak was fun. I loved that one.
Yeah.
Certain Restaurant Tycoon, that was an S tier. That was actually some of the best Roblox games one of the best Roblox games that I played.
but
What about?
but yeah, probably a D plus.
Yeah,
it's
well,
just
D plus.
all of it in its own.
What about Mario 64?
I actually really
That
enjoyed
is
that one, despite it
known
being 3D.
as one of the best Mario games.
I know
ever.
exactly. I put it on the list for a reason.
And
I'd say
the
it's like an
line
A plus
so
or an
long,
S.
Gabe
I'd say it's
Bowser.
like between. I'd say it's between an S or an A.
It's very fun. Yeah, I give it an A.
I don't remember
Maybe
the
an
graphics
A
very well.
plus.
A
but-
plus. Yeah, A plus is reasonable. A plus.
A
Like
plus.
at certain parts of it, it's just like a little like
Mhm.
okay, this is kind of
Right.
tedious. But other points, it's like I actually enjoy. I love throwing
It is
penguins
very
off of
nice.
cliffs in that game. Though. Throwing that baby penguin off the cliff, just like take this.
Mhm.
Next up is Little Nightmares 2.
2?
Yeah. In honor of the new release that's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah,
making
Little Nightmares
another one?
3, it's going to be a different studio, though. So hopefully
Oh.
they get it. Hopefully
Well,
they nail
best
it.
of luck to that.
Most time new.
But at the moment,
studios
Little
do
Nightmares
terrible.
2, I thought that was actually genuinely enjoyable. I give that one like an A.
I liked it, and the idea of teamwork was fun. And the twist at the end, Six
yeah.
just drops you.
Wait, whoa.
Spoilers
Spoiler alert.
ahead. So Six drops you, and you see you're in the room. You're sitting on the chair, and you turn into the Thin Man, and you open it for yourself. So it's a time loop. So that means Six could also be the Shadow Lady. But one thing I didn't like about it was the combat, especially with the hands.
Yeah.
The Doctor though, climbing on the ceiling, that was scary.
All right.
I
I've
love
actually
We-
played the second one. So
I'm not done with the list yet, so we are going to have to split this episode into 2 parts. But before we go, there is a minor topic that Dylan wanted to talk about. Before
well,
we
Dylan
went.
thought we should talk about it.
Dylan thought we should talk about it, so we're going to talk about it.
I think it should be its own episode, but this could be like an
We're gonna
advertisement or a preview.
no. After this, we're
A
gonna put a
preview,
poll.
maybe.
We're gonna put a poll, and then you guys are gonna vote, and then we'll do the whole tiebreaker.
Like
thing
with
again.
the hot dog sandwich thing.
Yes, he gave me a death stare as he said that.
It's a sandwich.
Okay, we're done. We're
There's
done.
a chair right there.
No,
you
please
know
don't.
that?
Please don't throw that. Anyways,
I already checked my phone.
what was the topic you want to talk about, Dylan?
Pepsi and Coke. What is better, and not just the drink itself, but
I'm
also the
assuming-
products like
Oh,
A
like,
and W and Mug
yeah.
and stuff like
I'm
that.
assuming we can't say Dr Pepper because Dr Pepper's like a third party in this list.
Well, let's just keep it to Pepsi and Coke.
Yeah,
not
keep it
Wait,
to
does
products.
anyone
Well, just keep
own
it.
Dr.
Let's keep
Pepper?
it to just the drink, Pepsi and Coke. I thought I like the design of Pepsi a lot better, like the Coke.
The new
can
design looks really good too, but it looks more like a what's that one continent with
Africa, Asia, Europe,
with the one group
Antarctica.
with the one country that
Greenland.
everyone hates for no reason because
Australia.
No, Australia comes from it. Australia's like its baby. That continent.
Oceania,
The continent
What?
Asia,
that
Are we talking about Pepsi or Coke here?
Everyone hates Europe.
Europe.
What?
But why would it looks like the new? I do like the new Pepsi logo, but it looks like a European flag.
I feel like
A little bit.
the classic red, white, blue
I'm
logo.
gonna be.
I gotta say that.
Well,
What does he say? Let him know. No, let Cass speak.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't drink Pepsi or Coke that much, so I don't have
What
the
is your main drink?
best insight.
Yeah, what is your main drink then?
I mostly do Mountain Dew or Dr
That's
Pepper.
fine.
But
That's pretty reasonable.
Sprite on
I
on
use-
steroids.
Yeah. Oh,
Sprite
Sprite.
on
If
steroids.
they had caffeine to
Sprite?
Sprite, it'll be perfect.
That'll be
No.
free.
Mountain Dew is Sprite on steroids.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
yeah, and that and Sprite is 7-Up on steroids.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just the ultimate 7-Up.
So yeah, basically,
It's like fully evolved. 7-Up.
Oh, it's like
in
a
my
Pokemon.
experience, I think Pepsi's better. I'm not sure if people hate me for that or not, but
There's gonna be no matter what we say, some people are gonna agree and some people are gonna disagree with us.
Pepsi is better, but there's really no
Very-
difference. If
I
you say
think-
there's a difference, you're stupid.
Very.
I think Pepsi has more flavors.
There
Or at
is
least-
there is a difference.
And like Pepsi has some interesting
It's
flavors.
a small difference, but Coke.
Pepsi has some interesting
Coke
flavors.
managed just Coke, the drink itself, and Pepsi, the drink itself. Coke managed to taste slightly better and slightly more original while using less ingredients and less added
Yeah,
flavors. While
I do.
Pepsi
although I
used
do,
a ton of ingredients.
although
and didn't
I
taste
do
as good.
prefer the can design of Pepsi, just because like
Yeah,
A, I like blue, and B, just like the design was a
I
lot cooler.
don't really like with like Coke Zero with the gold with the red. I don't think it mixes very well.
But I did like the design of Pepsi Zero. That was like a cool.
Is
like
it the black one?
That's a solid black one. That
Oh,
one just looks
yes, I did
sleek
like
as
that.
heck.
And Pepsi also has the nitro. It's like
Yeah,
Pepsi
and the
coffee.
Pepsi Mango. I thought Pepsi Mango was interesting. I kind of like that one.
And Little Caesar, I think it still might be going on.
Right.
They got a Pepsi pineapple thing.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, we're not going to debate this full topic all the way yet. This is just us introducing it so that you guys can vote. I mean, you've already probably had
I think
one
we
or the
should
other.
put our base opinions down now.
And
We're gonna
here's
put our
something you should
basic
think
opinions
of.
down. Well, we're gonna give we're already generally we can tell
So,
who's
Jackson,
voting for
do you
this thing.
prefer Coke as the whole thing more than Pepsi?
Well,
as the
no,
whole
we're just
thing?
doing like all like Pepsi, not Pepsi products, like Pepsi, Pepsi Zero, Pepsi, like all the Pepsi.
Oh, just Pepsi.
like,
Oh, okay.
There's like Pepsi drink flavors and Coke drink flavors.
Okay.
like
Do you prefer Coke
like
or
Coke
Pepsi?
Zero, Pepsi Zero, but not Coke products.
Okay, do you
like
prefer-
Sprite.
Coke or Pepsi? Don't have to think about it.
Well,
Just
I,
ha- Say what your gut tells you. If it's offensive to me, I will try not to rage. I'll save that for the next video.
Well, my
Yeah.
my gut is telling me Coke, but at the same time, it's telling me certain Pepsi products are good. So I'm gonna stick.
Let's
with
go
Coke.
generic Coke and generic, like the main flavor that you think about with no extra caffeine or less caffeine or no caffeine, no sugar,
I
just
gotta say,
caffeine and sugar and
barely, like very, very minimally. At the moment, I might sway to the other side next episode, but at the moment, I'm thinking Pepsi. Just
You're
excellent.
just doing this to get me to argue with you to make it interesting.
Yes, I am. We gotta have
We'll,
viewers.
we'll have a different guest that will disagree with us.
I'm
next
just
time.
kidding. I'm just kidding. At the moment, though, I am legitimately
Castor
thinking
can come
Coke.
back.
I am thinking Coke. That was just me testing you. Coke, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this will make sense.
No, I'm done.
Okay, so I do like Pepsi better. The flavor's better, but
That's fine.
Pepsi and Coke both have this effect on your teeth that makes it like grainy and feel weird. Coke's is much stronger. I don't. It
Actually,
just,
I do
it-
give you that. I do give you that.
it feels horrible.
If I want something quick and like I don't have to deal with it, I'll probably have like a Pepsi. But if I don't really care at the moment, I'll just have a Coke.
Because of my base instinct beliefs, I won't buy a Pepsi, so I won't have a Pepsi to grab if I don't want a Coke. And my family's really weird with this. My grandparents on my mom's side are huge Pepsi people. They're not like arguing, but on the other side is Coke. But overall, I prefer Coke.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna talk about this again in a future episode. Maybe it's next episode, maybe it's not. You'll find out after you vote, because then we will determine not just in the
Yes.
vote to determine a true
And
winner.
of course, if we do a sequel episode to this episode, it probably won't be directly after or anything like that, like most episodes aren't. It could be.
It could be, maybe
It's,
not.
it's like a quiz test.
We'll
Yeah.
find out.
Remember,
You'll find out.
vote Pepsi.
All right, thanks for listening, guys. This is Jaxon.
Castor. Vote Pepsi. This is dumb individually.
Yes, thank you for listening. This is Dumb Individually.
Heart, follow, like, whatever that
Do
algorithm
the
stuff
do. Do all of the stuff, man.
Like that.
Follow us, share with your friends, like, vote for the episode poll, do everything. Thanks for listening. Bye!